Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to War Stories here on the Full Nonsense channel. My name is Jericho, and today I'm joined by CyannSentry.
Hi.
So, I decided to switch it up and play No Man's Sky for War Stories, at least sometimes. And right now, I'm getting back to my grave because I just got murdered by space pirates, and then we're going to go to this undiscovered world. But what brings us here today is we're going to do a review of Kubo and the Two Strings. As usual, we'll start with our, general impressions, talk a little bit more about the movie, and then we will get into some spoilers later on. So, what did you think overall?
It was awesome. It was one of my favorite kids' movies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I had tons of Thamium 9, but then they killed me, so I have to pull up some asteroids. We had, it'd been, on our radar for some time, but it still wildly blew away my expectations.
Yeah, definitely.
I think what really did it for me, we knew it was going to be really artistic and beautiful because that's just what Laika does. It's the same company behind Coraline and Paranorman, but the story was better than I would have given it credit for.
Yeah, the plot was really intriguing and fun, and I don't know what to call them. I guess bosses he has to battle at different times were so original and just mesmerizing in their designs.
Yeah, incredibly creative designs, all of them. All of them were things you had never seen before. And it's from such a well-plumbed well of Japanese folklore and mythology, but yet it still really stood out.
But it definitely fit,
yeah,
you can see the inspiration.
Right, it wasn't crazy for the sake of being crazy.
Right. You'll see in the trailers, some of the villains that come after Kubo have these oh gosh, I can't think of the word now. The kind of
spooky
theater
masks.
Yeah.
Kabuki,
that's it.
Spooky, more like.
Masks on, and they fit this Japanese trope, I guess, of evil witches, and it was extremely fascinating to look at it from that kind of perspective.
Yes, I totally agree.
And just the fact that it was so gorgeous the whole time, every scene was beautiful. That's just icing on the cake, because it was a really good movie besides that.
So as we started to talk about the plot, I guess we can put up a mild spoiler warning, but maybe we won't go as in-depth as usual, because I think we can talk about the reasons we really liked it without giving the whole movie away.
Yeah.
So I don't really know where I want to begin. Do you have some more thoughts you'd like to share?
Well, I thought the humor was a little on the nose at times. That's really my biggest critique for the whole thing, is just, it's made for kids, so of course it was, but it was still, worth a giggle.
Right. But I would say, even though it's a movie made for kids, a lot of the things were quite intense. A big part of it is dealing with loss and death, which are of course heavy subjects for anybody, especially children. So if they weren't going to talk down from the plot, then why did they for the humor? I guess that's why it sort of stuck with me too.
Yeah, good point. The characters were great though.
I think it really benefited from having quite a small cast. It's basically 7 people that really have any significant role in the plot.
Yeah.
At the most. I thought that was pretty cool.
And we didn't know George Takei would be in there, so that was a really pleasant.
Yeah, it's little more than a cameo, but it was still
cool
to see him.
A few scenes, but the first time you know he's there, his very first line was "Oh my." That was wonderful.
They had to.
That was exciting. We both kind of shared a moment in the theater with that. And then there was the little old woman who was like the grandmother figure.
Mm-hmm. Like almost identical to the grandmother from Mulan
Right.
in every way.
And she was fun to see. So even if they weren't like super essential to the plot, they were good characters to have around and add a little backdrop that we care about the city and the town, and you know.
Mm-hmm. And it just adds weight as the plot progresses, that we've already grown to care about these characters. I can't stay at this planet. I have lots of stuff I gotta go sell.
Okay.
So it's basically the main plot of the movie is Kubo goes on a quest to find his father's lost armor. There are 2 pieces to the armor and a sword. And a lot of people say that it's about as close as we'll ever get to a Legend of Zelda movie. And I mean, I sort of see the comparisons because he has a magical instrument, and it definitely is divided, like Cyan said, like you definitely have the feel of like bosses and stages and dungeons. Like it's very
much what it felt like to watch the movie.
But I would say like
or game rather.
the message and the like that's kind of where the comparisons end. Like it's structured similarly, I guess, but I don't really agree with. And I also don't want to give up hope that there would be a real Zelda movie anyway. But I don't know, just seeing like they had good character arcs, and really like what I wanted to say about this movie, like I compare it. So we've seen and reviewed 2 other kids movies for this channel, as far as I can remember, being BFG and Jungle Book. So first, Jungle Book. We have a movie that has a lot of money and a lot of technical prowess and skill behind it, but that I thought was pretty soulless and did not really have anything to say and was way more a money grab. Whereas this...
The really the best thing about that was just the animation.
Right. Whereas this was every bit as impressive.
Absolutely.
If not more so, but it also totally had something to say and was inventive and creative and had personality and charm just bursting out of it. Mm-hmm. And so comparing it to BFG, okay, of course they're very different movies. Mm-hmm. And BFG, like the other 2, you know, was
gorgeous,
beautiful and, you know, charming and inventive and, you know, whimsical. But I think, and as I recall, you know, you disagree with me somewhat, but I thought that it was a little bit too saccharine, a little bit too, like, it could have had, you know, just like the tiny, like, I never felt the characters were in danger.
Yeah.
Yes. And
you definitely do feel like Kubo's in a lot of danger.
Yeah, there are stakes. Like, I don't think it's giving too much away. So he has an eye patch, and the main thing that the bad guys are after is his other eye. Like, that's like pretty tough, and it's all about, you know, his dead father and just the fate of his family, and it's about, you know, like we already said, coping with loss and accepting limitations, accepting death. Like, but it's no, okay, look.
I mean, just the fact that the main enemy, and this is a spoiler, but just the main enemy is the moon god. Like that. Oh no. Mm-hmm. That's pretty big. That's a pretty big challenge to overcome. And he basically, for the first part of the movie, he can't be outside at nighttime because he will be found by his enemy. So that just kind of gives it like a bit of fear. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my gosh, he can't even be outside for 12 hours. Like that's pretty scary.
And like right from the beginning of the movie, he like is caring for and supporting his mother. Like, I think it really speaks to, you know, or I would think it would really speak to children that are in, you know, like an atypical situation at home, or, you know, for whatever reason. I don't know. I really have a lot of respect for the creators, like not the least of which, like creating the largest stop motion puppet ever and like all the, you know, technical marvels they were able to do with this movie, but they have a lot of respect for what they were able to do. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, they had a little after credit scene of like some of the making of one of the scenes with the first boss battle, and just seeing that puppet, I guess puppet model, I don't know what they want to call it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's like some of both. Like that's why
yeah,
it's so.
it's so incredible. I think that's one thing that these kind of movies always really get to me is with the practical effects.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. I don't care if it's not ultra realistic. I want to feel like you could touch it.
Right.
And I get that from this movie, from the other claymation movies, from Guillermo del Toro's puppets and some of his movies like Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy and things like that.
Definitely.
That always really makes such a huge difference to how the movie feels and just the magic of it. So I definitely got that with this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have too much to add. I couldn't agree more. It just, movies like this really make me have respect for their creators and respect for, you know, what they add to, like, they add to culture. They add to movies as an art form.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, I love that they had a solid basis in the Japanese culture with the origami, with the music, with the character designs, with the character archetypes. Everything like that was completely steeped in Japanese culture. And but at the same time, it was so fresh and original.
Yeah.
Absolutely something that we haven't seen in the theater in a long time. That was excellent.
So needless to say, it has our highest recommendation. Definitely check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all there is to say. Definitely see it.
Yeah, you need to experience it for yourself. And if you can, it's definitely one that I would recommend seeing on the big screen. It's just, I mean, of course it's going to be great at home too. But, you know, there are some movies, okay, well, that was okay, but I can just watch that at home. It's
right.
the same experience. No, with this one, I would say that the big screen definitely adds something.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out Kubo. Thank you to CyannSentry for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
This has been a War Story. We got them every Tuesday and Thursday on the channel, and we will be back with the next one. But there's something every single day at the Full Essence channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon. I don't know about you guys, but we're full.